Wonder Kid Jude Bellingham agrees to Liverpool move. Hello everyone and thank you for watching the Reds, and make it a point to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you do not miss it on anything the Reds have to bring to you, as long as it is sports and as long as it is Liverpool related. We're definitely dedicated to bringing to the latest right here at the Reds. So the person we're talking about, the football player we're talking about today, is none other than Jude Bellingham, who plays for England, and England is his national team. That's where he plays, and he's been playing quite well before, and he's been in the World Cup and he's proved a point in the World Cup, though England lost to France in the World Cup, but it will still be remembered that he he did as much as he could. He tried his level best, tried to do as much as he could, made sure he played very well, and that was quite good of him. So we definitely think that Jude Bellingham is going to be a very good one. He's great. He's had a great. He's played quite well at the club where he's been, and looking at how he's been playing in the World Cup, he is definitely a very good football player, and he's been hunted for by a number of clubs. Loads of clubs definitely have been they definitely want this gentleman who has been playing for Borussia Dortmund and the English national team. But talking about the World Cup and how it went, a lot of clubs are definitely out. A lot of clubs are definitely out of the World Cup, and that is something that we will be talking about after, because lots of clubs have been, lots of clubs have. Clubs that have been not clubs actually teams, national teams that have been anticipated that possibly they could get a shot in the semi-finals, definitely didn't go through. It was something that was quite a bit complicated, as many people didn't go through, many teams didn't go through. Teams like Germany, as people had baited quite a lot, because they have quite good players, and also teams leaving Germany alone, looking at teams like Spain that were beaten. Actually, Morocco has been doing quite well in there, and it surprised very many football nations, and that's why we are now talking about yet another Liverpool. When you see how they played, when you see how England played quite well, but they were not fortunate enough to beat France. I mean, France was okay at first. France was okay. It was I don't think I should say France was a better team than England. They were almost level, but some people came out and said possibly it was because of the poor refereeing that was in there, was quite unprofessional, and I can sort of understand that. Make us know, let us know what you think in the comment section, as we are talking about Jude Bellingham, a very wonderful football player, 19 years old. Liverpool are definitely saying that they want a shot on this gentleman, and they think they are definitely going to have this gentleman. Let us know what you think in the comment section, so that you do not miss out on anything that we definitely are dedicated to bringing to you, as we are talking about Jude Bellingham and the possibilities of Jude Bellingham joining Liverpool. Do you think it's worth for him? Do you think it's worth for him? Do you think it's worth for him to join Liverpool, or it is definitely going to be something else? Let us know. But it will be remembered that at Liverpool, ever since Sadio Mane left Liverpool, there's been a bit of a gap in there. And we think, for some reason, possibly it is not the best thing. Anyway, we think it was not the best thing to do, to let Sadio Mane leave. But looks like Sadio Mane himself was ready to leave. He wanted to leave. Jurgen Klopp tried to convince him as much as he could, and he couldn't. Possibly, he did not make it in convincing him. It didn't convince him quite enough, and that is something that possibly That's something that possibly did not go on quite well. But maybe let's wait and see. Let's wait and see how things will definitely go. But Jude Bellingham, to remember that Jude Bellingham has sort of agreed verbally after to remember that he's been playing with Liverpool players and they talked, and a few things were definitely reached, a few things were definitely talked about, and guess what happened. I think it definitely is something that's definitely something quite good. That's something good, and it shows us quite a positive result. It gives us a bit of positive results, and that will be good. That will definitely be good for Liverpool if this gentleman joins the club. Jurgen Klopp is looking for a perfect replacement of Sadio Mane, though Sadio Mane is Sadio Mane is a striker, but Jude Bellingham is a midfielder, multi-talented. He can be an attacking midfielder, he can be a central midfielder, and when things are now going on quite well, to remember that Jude Bellingham always makes sure that he tries and goes on and makes sure that he goes on to the defensive midfield, becomes a defensive midfielder. And you saw that in the World Cup. You definitely saw that. You saw what definitely happened in the World Cup and how he definitely played in the World Cup. Let us know in the comment section what you think. Make it a point to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you do not miss out on whatever we definitely have to bring to you, as we are definitely talking about Liverpool, and we are talking about the Reds. And if you're more interested in this, just subscribe, as we are looking forward to bringing to you the latest that is coming in this January transfer window. We are definitely heading into the January transfer window, and it will definitely be great. It's gonna be quite great, the January transfer window, as we will be disclosing how much Liverpool will be getting for the January transfer window. Also, Liverpool looking forward to sell. Liverpool is definitely looking forward to sell the owners of Liverpool are looking forward to sell the club, and Saudi investors are also willing to buy the club. Let us know whether you think it's good to sell or whether it's not. Possibly it should be. They should wait a little bit more. But for now, with a lot of financial struggles at the club, I think maybe because they came out and said the financial struggles came from mainly back the times of COVID, and that is something that during the COVID times, they lost quite a lot of money. Liverpool lost quite a lot of money and is struggling a little bit. And that's why they are looking at selling, possibly. That's why they are looking at selling the club. Let us know what you think in the comment section. Do not forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you do not miss out on anything that we have to bring to you. As we're telling you that the possibility of Jude Bellingham joining Liverpool is definitely something that is quite something that is quite most likely going to happen, as a verbal agreement has been reached, and we are looking at personal terms that are going to be looked into, and possibly after the personal terms are looked into, we will be seeing a great thing that is going to be happening. If personal terms are definitely agreed, possibly a medical will be scheduled and things will definitely be going on quite well, and definitely Jude Bellingham will make that transfer. We will later be talking to people about Jude Bellingham's possibility move, his possible move to the greatest club of all time, Liverpool. Possibly that will definitely go on quite well. Jude Bellingham still young. Anyway, there is quite a lot. People anticipate, people have quite a lot that are talking about Jude Bellingham and him joining the club. They think Jude Bellingham is even capable, is capable of doing much more things, because he's already proven it. Look at how he's played for his country in the World Cup. He's been an exceptional. He's been a very good football player. He's been quite good, played very well. Though he was unfortunate, he lost. England definitely lost to France, but he displayed quite a lot of talent. And those people who, for people who've been talking things about him, that because possibly he's young, leaves a bit of doubts in him, rating him, making saying that he could be like the next Del Ali. We think this gentleman needs a short, this gentleman needs a bit of time. He still needs a bit of time because look, he is only 19 years old. He's definitely just only 19 years old, and that shows you that he has quite a lot to do. He's just lost. He's just lost the World Cup, and that's it's not a good thing. But I will give him quite more anticipation. Look, he's no Cristiano Ronaldo, neither is he Messi. Those are 34 and 37 years old, still very. They are very old, and possibly this could have been their last World Cup. Jude Bellingham has possibly 4 World Cups to play. If he is still on form, he needs to work very hard and maintain what he is doing, and possibly be even a much better player. So Liverpool have a big chance of signing this gentleman, and we think that will be a very great thing if they do, as Jurgen Klopp is more than interested in signing this gentleman. And this gentleman also is saying he just also needs to come back home and play football home. He's playing for a foreign club. He's playing for Borussia Dortmund, I think. Yeah, he's playing for Borussia Dortmund, and he's been playing quite well there. But he definitely needs to come back. He definitely needs to come back, and he definitely will be playing for Liverpool if everything is upgraded. If everything goes on quite well, he will be playing for England, for Liverpool, and things will definitely go on quite well for the club. Perfect replacement for Sadio Mane. He is not a striker, but there is a way he plays. Again, plays because a good player, definitely a very good player, is in there. When we look at a striker like Mo Salah, Mohamed Salah is okay. He's a very good football player, very okay. He's a striker, but his focus is on scoring goals. But when you look at the mode of player, like what Sadio Mane was doing, Sadio Mane was an attacking. He could play as an attacking midfielder. He could play as a defensive midfielder, and when it came to central midfield, he was definitely a beast, and nothing that you can compare to him. He was definitely very good in all sections, and that's why we think that Jude Bellingham could be the perfect replacement of this gentleman. The fact that this one is a midfielder and the other is a striker does not matter. They almost play almost the same roles, and actually Jude Bellingham is even much younger. Look at Darwin Nunez. He's okay. Darwin Nunez is okay, and he's a good football player, but still I think there is a little bit of something lacking. There is definitely something lacking in them, but he's okay. He's a good player, but something more definitely needs to happen. When you look at Darwin Nunez, he is not more into the midfield, and neither is he's not more into the central midfield, and also looking at the defensive midfield is not in. That's why we are looking at a multi-purpose football player who is going to be an attacking midfielder. At the same time, he can play the central midfield and also a defensive midfielder, and nobody is coming into our minds apart from Jude Bellingham, who was definitely contacted, and everything is still going on quite well for the club, for Jude Bellingham, and we can't say that he is not coming. We cannot say that there are a chance of him coming because the verbal agreement has been agreed. Chance of him coming is definitely quite high, and we think it is definitely going to go on quite well. Let us know in the comment section what you think about this move, and we think this is going to be a brilliant move. We think this is going to be a very good move. But the fact that the mere fact that England has left the World Cup, it's quite sad. But possibly much more effort is going to be needed for England to be a much better team. Gareth Southgate are not happy about a few things that happened, and also Harry Maguire commented about a few things that happened in that match, and everybody was complaining about the referee who denied a number of penalties in this match, and everybody's definitely mad about it. Nobody likes the fact that this referee was crap. He definitely was not the best of referees for a quarter final. This is something that was getting a shot. Actually, England was getting a shot to the semi-finals, and actually, what I said, me personally, I said that if England beat France, that definitely means that there is a very big chance of England getting the World Cup, which did not happen. They did beat France because when you look at the other teams, England is much more. England is a bigger team than the other teams that are left. Apart from France, it was a little bit struggling with France. But for now, we're talking about Jude Bellingham, and things are definitely going on quite well.
What are you doing?
We're talking about Jude Bellingham.
Oh, love Jude Bellingham.
Which club do you support?
Liverpool.
Oh, that's great. That's
Jude
great.
Bellingham to Liverpool, like now.
Yeah.
Yes.
You think? What do you think? What do you think about Sadio Mane leaving the club?
I think it is a massive loss, and I think also it's like Gerrard. We've never replaced him. And I think that's been a massive problem in midfield. I think we've never replaced Gerrard. You say Henderson, not for me. I think we need Jude Bellingham in order to bridge that gap.
Yeah.
I think equally we need a striker to work with Mohamed Salah, because I think he is a type of player that needs a partnership.
Well, what about Darwin Nunez?
Next. Next.
Yeah, so when you look at Jude Bellingham's mode of play,
yes,
he can be a defensive midfielder, he can be a central midfielder,
yep,
and he's a beast when it comes to attacking midfield.
Correct.
Then when you look
Doesn't he sound like Gerrard?
Yeah. Then when you look at Sadio Mane,
yep,
he was almost the same. Do you think this is a perfect replacement? Do you think could be a perfect replacement for Sadio Mane?
No. I think we need a replacement as well as Bellingham. I think the thing about it is Mane, although he played as number 9 and number 10, could also play midfield wherever, you know what I mean, similar to Bellingham, but he was really your number 9, your number 10, whereas Bellingham is more diverse and he will drop back, etc., whereas Mane tends to just be that one that was always going forward.
So what do you think Jurgen Klopp should do? What do you think he should do? Because when you see, you know, the position that Liverpool is in,
yes,
the Premier League,
yes,
when you see the position right about now, it's not the best of positions, is it?
Yeah, but you know what, right? We weren't in the best of positions when we won the Premier League. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, we had to go for it, and we've got like 4 or 5 months to go for it again, and we can go for it. There's no reason why not.
Yeah. Then also, what do you think about selling Liverpool as a club?
I think they're looking for shareholders, aren't they, more so than just selling? I think they're looking for like shareholders.
Yeah,
if it brings investments to the club, I think if it brings investments to the club, what's the problem with that? I think it'd be a good thing.
Saudi investors are looking for buying it.
Why not? We all love a bit of Saudi, don't we?
You want to be like Newcastle? Anything?
No, definitely not.
Newcastle.
One thing Scousers aren't, that's Geordie's.
Thank you for being part of the podcast. Thank you, and make it a point, subscribe and ring that notification bell so that you do not miss it on anything that we definitely have to bring to you. As long as it is sports, we want to be the first people to bring to you whatever happens here at Liverpool. Otherwise, make it a point, subscribe and ring that notification bell so that you do not miss it on anything that definitely has to be said right here. As we tell you, it is something good for Jude Bellingham to come to Liverpool, and if he does, that will definitely be quite great. Thank you and goodbye for now.